Hello everybody, my name is That Joe Guy, and welcome back to Lowtown. It's fitting that we should come here just now, in the first home that we lived in, with our dearest mother and our dearest Gamlin. I was wandering around doing shopping session, between session maintenance stuff, and I don't know, I got drawn here. I gotta say, I'm not crazy about Hightown, but there's something about it down here which is nicer to me. And I know that seems weird. Maybe it's because that's when I had Bethany, but I have warmer memories of this place, and I can't, it's horrible. I mean, seriously, fuck this city sometimes. And everything that it's done to me, but yeah, memories. So today is the start of what I expect will be a very short session of Dragon Age 2. The reason I wanted to record tonight is because I was in the mood to play, but I wanted to put some distance between me and the last session. You can think of this as my mourning period if you like, so this might only make one episode, honestly. Expect a slow session. There's a few things I want to do around, and we are going to do some stuff, but I don't want to get started again on anything important until I've had some space from the last session. We want to kill the momentum just a little bit. Give ourselves time to collect our thoughts, and I wanted to drop in on Gamlin and see if he's got anything to say. Maybe not, he didn't have anything to say before, but... oh, the memories. Wait, is the cheese... yay, he's got new cheese, I think, because that was half eaten when I saw it last, right? Have you cleaned at all? How you doing, buddy?
Leandra, dead. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I know.
Leandra.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's super sad. I will admit I'm less torn up about Mother's death than I was about Bethany's. I think I mentioned that at the end of the last session. Bethany's death I could partially blame on myself. I could trace the decision back. This decision is harder to trace back if it was avoidable whatsoever. If anything, in fact, I feel like my actions may have led to a better outcome than could have possibly happened. It's sort of interesting the way that occurred, because Gascoign, I remembered his name finally, Gascoign, but only because I released that episode with him first in it today. No credit whatsoever. When the journal said, go with Gamlin and find and look for her trail, there was no marker pointing to Gascoign. I had to remember that he was down in Darktown. Him being there whatsoever was reliant on me sparing him before, having the Shade go and then kill Emmerich, and then me still thinking that it wasn't him. Now, well, I'll get to that in just a second, but if I hadn't done any of that, if I hadn't remembered where Gascoigne was, then maybe I wouldn't have found her at all. Maybe she would just be alive now, and I know I mentioned this at the end of the last session. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not going to spend too long on this, but this is sort of like going to be a get me thoughts out session, where I do a bit of wandering at Hightown, because it's been a little while since I've sort of walked the premises, as it were. Yeah, and she would just be living out her days in solitude. Maybe I would find her later, maybe I wouldn't find her at all, and things could have been so much worse. But I did, and she did, and she died. It was too late regardless. Hey ho, huh? People do die. And my relationship with her throughout this game has been sort of rocky, you know, like when Carva died, she instantly blamed me. In Act 1, she seemed more of a burden at start until me and Bethany sort of discovered the old accounts, and that spurred her into action, and then she got us into this estate in Act 2, and from that point she was much more supportive and much happier, a much more positive influence on me, so of course the game was setting her up to die. Speaking of, because I'm going to forget otherwise, for transparency's sake, I had to do some editing at the end of the last session. I always do editing, but when there was just no real good time to mention this at the end of the last session when I was talking about, like, when Mother's death was still fresh, is that when Gamlin asked me why she died. The options were she looked like someone, and it doesn't matter. In the episode that you saw, I picked it doesn't matter, but in my original interaction with that scene, I actually started to tell him. I said she looked like somebody. What I objected to and why I reloaded and had to do that fight again, which is why my resources down here are a little bit different. I actually had to go through the demon fight again, see that whole bloody scene again. It was because Iain went into pretty graphic detail, and I thought that was way too far. I was hoping just to say she looked like somebody and leave it at that. That was the reason behind it. I didn't need to tell her that she was some stitched abomination together made out of different women. That was not something that I wanted to lay on Gamlen's feet. So I reloaded that and I played the scene again, this time with saying nothing happens. Yeah, just for transparency's sake, when that sort of stuff happens, I've reloaded Dragon Age 2 saves before when I feel like the game hasn't been clear with what I'm doing, and that was one of those times, but it didn't fit in with that episode. That episode's tone for me to talk about editing at the time. So yeah, no, Mother's gone now, and now it's just me. And Gamlen, I suppose. I don't know if Gamlen's going to form attachments. I'll be suspicious if he starts to form a stronger attachment, but in Act 4 or something like that, because then I'm like, game, are you going to kill him next? It really is. It's a family member's death each act, and this is getting a bit ridiculous, Fate. I mean, come on now. But we're okay. We'll move on. And as my attachments lessen, as I become more of a loner, a lone hawk, I become a little bit more objective about the whole situation. And that can be an intimidating thing when you have things that you're trying to protect in your own life as well as trying to fix everybody else's. The loading screen to load this up today scared me because it said, and it was the first time, I've been doing this for ages and it's obvious now that I think about it, but it said that the Viscount is looking to me to solve the crisis with the Kunari before it kicks off into battle, and that was maybe the first time where I thought, wow, if I don't solve this crisis with Kunari, then it could be war, and it's up to me. Because, of course it is. It's obvious now that I think about it. Who else is there? The Viscount? The Viscount's a moderate, at the very most. To an extent, I respect that, because he's the one who's been keeping the peace between people's level of choice, but he's not doing a fantastic job from what I can say. He's not very strong in his convictions or particularly knowledgeable. He's just trying to appease everybody, and maybe not pleasing anybody as a result of it. So here I am in this position, and that's scary. Having less attachments, unfortunately, makes me feel slightly freer to make decisions which I am more comfortable with. That's a horrible thing to say, but unfortunately it is true. It is a thing which I am thinking, so worth mentioning. Let's graduate this conversation to high 10. I see that message there. I reckon that's going to be important because it's following the kin. Actually, let's get started on some of the things that we wanted to do at the moment. I wanted to gather a party, so let's go to the Viscount. Let's go to... Actually, yes, let's go to the Hanged Man, because I'm down low 10 anyway. I need to gather a party, because there's an evil tomb out in the Wounded Coast, which I need to go and retrieve. Now that I don't have Meryl in my party. I actually honestly forget if I did that at the end of last session. But whatever, I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's grab Anders. Let's take Sebastian. I remember saying last session that I doubt I was ever going to use him. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. Let's just have him and see what conversations he... You know what? In case he tries to keep converting Fenris, let's take Aveline instead of Sebastian, shall we? Okay, out into the mountains and into the Wounded Coast. Can't believe we can just go back to the deep roads willy-nilly. Why would I want to? Why ever would I? So let's do this.
So you're a prince, are you?
That is apparently true.
There's doubt?
I've accepted the burden. That's all that matters. Why do you ask, Guard Captain?
The entitled types are always trouble.
In that case, I'm glad I don't count myself as one.
They never do.
Maybe I can, maybe I can learn to like Sebastian. I was weighing this up literally just before I start recording today. It's just been one of those days where I've been, you know, kicking about, doing my thing, doing all that overrated real life stuff. And I've been just thinking I want to play Dragon Age 2. And luckily, like, I've managed to play like 8 hours of this game in the last 2 weeks. 2.5 weeks, which is insane for me. I used to have to wait weeks between sessions whilst I edited it, and this new method is really working for like my level of enjoyment with this. It's nice to know that I can just get back into this a few days later. And so I realised that the choice was coming down to Sebastian. I either need to start using you more, or I need to never use you. Like, you're completely superfluous, to the extent that if a conversation option came up saying, Sebastian, could you just not be a part of my party? I would take it. Like, that's the choice I had to make. Or I get to know him a little bit better, because I don't want this hanger-on. So let's spend a little bit of time for him today and see how much he winds me up, shall we? Again, it's so fundamentally, it's not necessarily like any one thing I can point to about Sebastian aside from anything that I've mentioned before. You know, his kind of, his certainness, his instinctual righteousness, his smug knowledge of the Maker, and lack of intelligence is kind of a harsh thing to say, but it is something which I've sort of picked up on a little bit with him. That stuff is all problems, yes, but not necessarily something which is absent from any other of the party members which I have, which I like. Fenris is a great example of somebody who's really set in his ways, and yet I am interested and do like him. Meryl can be daft as all hell, but I'm in love with her, so it's just personality. Like, some people just aren't meant to be friends, and I'm hoping that's not the case with Sebastian. But I guess we'll just... Right, I'm lost. Okay, I think it was hidden back here somewhere. But it wasn't conspicuous. I'm looking for that cave. So let's spend a little bit more time with hidden... oh, what happened to that sentence? A little bizzle, more tizzle, with hizzle to dizzle. Yizzle, bizzle. Hizzle. Yeah, no, this is the sort of session I need for Dragon Age 2 today. I just need to kick it a little bit. You can. That's a bit of a Scottishism, Sebastian. Enjoy that. What's that meant to be from? Where the hell are you from again? Starkhaven? Is that a Starkhaven accent? Remind me to never visit there. I hate my own accent. Well, no, I actually quite enjoy the sound of my own voice, hence doing Let's Plays as a hobby. But yeah, boy, some Scottish accents. Oof, they're rough sometimes. Some of them. Not all of them, in fact, some of them are very nice. And I'm not going to tell you which is which, you'll just have to come here and boost the tourism industry, so ha. Found one of Tyrone's books. Kill it with fire. I do destroy that book. Oh, hello. Aha. Abominations. I wonder if ooh, hi. You're problematic. Let's just see what he does. Who's he pulling? Pulled Sebastian. Alright, well I can draw the threat in and get Sebastian the hay out of there. I'm actually so not used to using... Oh shit, that aura of slowness. Well, Iain can do something about that, unless he has no stamina, which of course he doesn't. Do it. There you go. Where's Sebastian? He's there. And he's still following orders like a good little soldier. There we go, okay. Right, so let's take an accounting of what's happening. Sebastian is an archer I remember fondly from my days with Nathan. Lowest health is usually a priority. The Revenant looks like he's maybe about to pull somebody. Oh, and he's done a burst as well, but there's enough people around you to do an assault, so do an assault! No, he's not pulling somebody, which is good, I think. Okay, we're getting some heat here. Firestorm pun. I think I upgraded Anders' Firestorm, which is fun. Oh, he's disorientated. Okay, let's research that. Hang on. Hold on a minute, Revenant. I'm gonna whip out the book. There's also some codex entries I want to read today whilst I'm So disorientated, rogues can disorientate, and warriors can exploit disorientate using upgraded talents from the weapon and shield school. So do I have anything like that? No, not attributes, abilities. Aveline can't wear that shield I got her, by the way, until I upgrade her. Ah. No. How about Aveline? Yes. Battery. Okay. So Aveline, please have it. Ah, fuck me sideways. Alright, fine. Oh well. At least I know now, so I can use that in the future. All disorientated and shit. I wonder who did that. Was that, Sebastian? I think I've been upgrading your stuff, like, sparsely because I don't want to mess with your tactics. Is it that? Yes, it's that. So let's try and do that combination at some point today. Go, Rona, go! I was thinking about Rona, earlier today as well, I guess, actually. There you go, down you go, buddy. Back to the fade with your stupid demonic ass. There we go. So, yeah, Rona, who's not here at the moment. Hey. I was just thinking, like, the Mabari Hound in this is nice to have the Mabari, but it's not the same, is it? It's not the same as it was in Dragon Age Origins, which is funny. Dragon Age Origins had this problem where Glenold, my Mabari Hound, he was fun and he was adorable and he was great to have around and everything like that. It's awesome to have a dog attached to you in that way. But he did not contribute much to conversation, and situational conversations with, like, your friends, chipping in on situations, was such a treat in Dragon Age Origins, and in this game as well. It's something that BioWare has always done really well. I think the best BioWare game I've seen that in is definitely Mass Effect 3. It does an astoundingly good job on that, but that's not a topic for this video, unfortunately. But yeah, the Mabari would chip in sparingly.
You don't
really
like me, Guard Captain?
I've no issue, so long as the fight over your title stays in Starkhaven. Exactly like it hasn't.
Should I apologize for trying to take back what is rightfully mine?
Whatever it takes, no matter the cost.
It feels like you're blaming me for some personal experience of yours.
I was at Ostagar. Good people die when leaders do whatever it takes.
Good people know the necessity.
Yeah, but like necessity sometimes born from this idea of entitlement, Sebastian. You say that you're not entitled, but you are. Like, what is rightfully yours? Even you admit that you're not going to be that good a leader. It's just your bloodline. So yeah, no, Aveline has a point. You're bringing blood to this city for a very personal conflict. Not that I'm necessarily in any position to come at that, because I have spilt blood in the name of my family before and would do so again. You guys can come with me. I'm not entirely sure when I put you in hold position. Aveline has a point, though. Actually, for some reason, I thought those two would get along. You know, Sebastian, for all his flaws, is definitely like a good man. Or at least he tries to be, or thinks of himself as one. So sometimes people who aren't really good kind of hide behind religion in a certain way. They think that just because they follow a religion which does good in the world, that makes them good automatically. It's not always the case. Am I doing anything else in here? That was that evil tomb, which is cool. I remembered up here by the Canary place that I actually had I'd cleared them out of there before. Yeah. So yeah, Sebastian, yeah, another notch in the wow, I don't agree with Sebastian column. Well done. I wonder if there's anything else down there now. It is right, we did miss out on a bandit. I'm kind of taking it easy. I'm going to go down and have a look-see. So yeah, the Mabari in Dragon Age Origins. There were always reasons not to bring him along because you thought a character might have something to say about a situation. The most Glenold would ever do would be to growl at a cat. Which is a shame because you do like him. So there's a really cool mod for Dragon Age Origins, which I knew about, but I never used because I wanted to keep the experience vanilla, and I was vanilla sort of as possible. I did in the end wind up installing a couple mods, which I sort of wish there were equivalents for this game, quite frankly. I've said that before as well. The mod is that your dog is always just a fifth party member. He always comes with you and he's always around. I didn't do much research into this mod because it felt like too big of a change, and I was worried it would offset the game balance because the game's encounters are designed to be handled by 4 people, and having a full extra party companion there. Hey buddy, you okay? I've had days like that. Is yeah, it would just, I think we throw off balance. It's entirely possible the mod did something like rebalance combat encounters, but that'd be a lot of work. I doubt it. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. So, and in this, they do is what is maybe something which makes sense from a more a gameplay perspective, is have our dog Rona as a summon. They take off a little bit of stamina for you to have them around. They're a party companion. And yeah, the game is balanced accordingly. Like, they don't knock it at all, which is fine. Except that, unfortunately, it makes the dog far less of an engaging companion. I just forget that she's around for the most part. She's just kind of like set dressing. Not much in the way of personality or anything like that, except when she interacts with my party members, which are scenes which I really like. Right, so there's a quest in Darktown for forbidden knowledge. What's my quest there saying at the moment? Whoa, hang on. Find the Fell Grimoire, an ancient text from which Tyrone learned much of her blood magic, is somewhere in Darktown. So maybe we got something in the codex for that. Notes. Looks like this might wind up being longer than one episode. Whatever. I'm still really enjoying it, actually. For some reason, it's nice to just kick back with a low-effort quest like this. So, they're dark writings or something like that? Here we go. Let's read this whole thing now that we have everything. I assume we have everything because they're directing me to a specific place. Tyrone's Book of Blood. Was Dabon Hat hate one mage or full cabal? I found another reference to Zebenkek in his black journal. The blood feeds. The blood nourishes. In blood the call is heard. In blood the deal is made. My master bathed in a river of blood, then the great Zebenkek came. Okay, so a demon, perhaps? Tyrone's beginning. In 4-2 Black is the oldest account of the Forbidden Ones, though most mages consider them a hoax. But someone had to make that first deal, that first contact with the other side from the unknown mage's account. The first of the Magus cast themselves deep in the Fade in search of answers and power, always power. They found the Forbidden One, Zebenkek, Imshale, Gascoign the Unbound, who was in Dragon Age Origins, and the Formless One. Many conversations were had, and much of the fabric of the world revealed, and thus the magic of blood was born. So these are like the first blood mages, the first voluntary communion that mages had with demons, perhaps? There had to be a first. Even those who consider this folly dare not utter these names. Tyrone's lessons. Everything you learned was a lie. Andraste was a deluded fool. The Maker is a hoax. There is far more evidence of the Forbidden Ones and demons than has been gathered over 1,000 years of a fictitious god. Demons are not enemies, they are tools to be used. Extract what secrets you can and teach others. Some of us will die, some will be corrupted, but each victory is another piece of the truth we uncover. Tyrone's beginnings too. Inside the grimoire's pages were such secrets. A mage's rightful place is not under the heel of the Templars. We are masters of the elements. We call forth the spirits themselves. As far as we have advanced, the Ancient of Intermages knew so much more, and even they were only starting their journey to understand the nature of our world. We were never meant to walk among mortal men. We were meant to command them. Tyrone's prophecies. The Fell Grimoire holds the names of power. It holds the key to their summoning. Zebenkek will return. He will feast on the blood of 1,000 of my enemies. It is inevitable. Okay. Let's go do it then. Zebenkek. Expecting another big fight with a very tough demon. Gascoign the Unbound was a very difficult fight. More conversation?
I understand you are of noble birth.
My father was a chevalier. He had to flee Orlais when his patron was murdered.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't have been suited for the life of an Orlesian noblewoman anyway.
But surely you wish it had been different. To be a lady of Orlais and not a city guardsman.
Not for one moment. I'd rather kill a bandit and save a merchant's family than know the correct dance steps and which rouge is in fashion.
Damn straight. Damn straight. Power isn't all that important, Sebastian. Are you meant to be this guided? Is that how you were written? Maybe there's hope for you yet. Maybe there's something I can do to actually effectively change your personality. Aha, this way. I mean, that's a very imperious thing to say. Can't believe she's still just lying here. Sebastian is free to pursue whatever path he wants, but it's nice to see him talking with Aveline and Aveline to be talking straight with him about her choices and her path and his choices and his path. Considering the last time that Sebastian was around one of my companions, all he did the entire time was try to tell him what to do and what to think. So that's kind of refreshing. It's nice to see that side of Sebastian at the very least. Maybe I'll do some more wandering with you, Sebastian. Do you know what I liked as well? And I'm not sure if I'm going to get interrupted here. Yes, we find these sorts of ruins everywhere. Bloody dwarves, I swear to God. What the hell was I going to say? What I enjoyed about the thing in my cereal this morning was the way that the milk frothed up and formed the face of Andraste, and the cornflakes were like her hair, and then the froth of the milk was her long wizened beard. I don't think I'm helping myself remember what I was talking about. Aveline talking Sebastian. Yes, that was it. Okay. One thing I noticed after the start of Act 2. Let's carry on. I'm sure we're about to get into Sebastian. That is your job now. We were standing there for plenty of time, friend.
Hold. This area is not safe.
Ah, there you go. That's your job. Okay. There we go. I'm guessing maybe we weren't able to find that one back there. Is that golem alive? Yeah, he's pretty alive. Alright, everybody hold position. We're going to let him come to us. I don't want to trigger any more traps. That'll do. When you're wandering around town, obviously your companions will talk to each other. But I noticed that something... Oh shit, is there anything I can do about that? No, but it doesn't do that much damage. But when I was wandering around with Fenris on his own, he would speak to me. And I wouldn't speak back or anything, but he would just comment about the area. I think that's kind of cool. And maybe I will take it upon myself to wander with companions on their own every now and then, just to see if they have anything interesting to say. You know, midnight walks with Meryl. That might be a nice way to end the session, actually. Looks like this is a bit of a spree to go on. Let's see where this takes us. Go this way first, because that appears to have been my pattern.
I can handle that.
Can you, though?
Just the work of a moment.
Good man, I've been pumping points into your cunning. I see you've been busy whilst I'm away. Ah, I see... Yes, I see potential. And keep an eye on Sebastian, see what his tactics are doing. He's very quick. Kind of interesting to see an archer in this game, because this is actually one of the first times I've paid attention to an archer in this game that isn't an enemy. And look how quick he is. He's got that same kind of quick fluidity of Dragon Age 2 combat, except archer style.
Looks like a trip line. Watch for traps.
Cheers, Seb. Are we good? Hello? Is there something else, or are we just being accosted by trap? That was bloody close. Oh, okay. Yeah, Rona sniffs out the competition as up. Fuck! Rona. Yeah, well... Yeah, that's not... Yeah, there we go. Why do they keep doing that these days? Is teleportation magic going out of fashion or something? You know, we're in actual trouble here if we're not careful. Are you buffing yourself? Are you about to burst? Whatever you are, stop it. Whoop, are you doing it? Have you done it? There we go. Thank you, Arcane Horror. Or was that, are you in penalty? Yeah, you just did that. Thank you.
Make us forgive you.
For killing a demon? Oh, he's disorientated. Aveline, get in there. Do the thing.
Well, next.
Damn it.
Score one for our heroes!
Okay, now we're at combat. Let's take some accounting of our circumstances, shall we? aside from the low ceilings. Is there either way this way? So maybe we can go in the right direction. I might go on back and check out that other hallway. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, have we done any loot over there? Can we see? I'm sure it'll turn up. That is important anyway. Yeah. So we're on our way, Sebastian. From misery to happiness today. Uh-huh. Go on, sing it in the accent. I know you want to. I'm on my way from misery to happiness today. If only in this game, huh? It's a brutal game, this. I was thinking it. It is brutal sometimes. Very personal. It's almost shaping up to be a tragedy, honestly. No matter what I do, it seems to, fuck's sake, scare the ever-loving shit out of me. Oh yeah, you know, you guys enjoy that. That was... wow! That was, a happy coincidence. And there we go. Great. Didn't even need to lift a bloody finger. I guess we didn't get experience for it, but who the hell cares? One less fight we need to actually deal with ourselves. In preparation for what's going to come here. Now, I need to prepare myself. There we go, just burped. Had to get out of the system or it would have bugged me forever. Aha, guarded by demons, no less. Awesome. And here we go, fit the Fell Grimoire itself. One of Tyrone's books, yeah, the big one. Hold on. I need to prepare myself again by scratching my ear. Just destroy it. Made our decision with this. Yes! Yes! Yeah, one of you, oh hell, okay. Whatever you're doing there, you should stop. Yeah, you tried to get out of range of that, but you couldn't. Okay. So, everybody else around, I can draw on the threat. It looks like people are doing generally okay, but still. I think my butt just exploded. Somebody must have said the keyword. Okay, Zevenkek, you're okay. Can we afford to do minions? Are you in that sort of position? Desire demons kind of activate like mages. Maybe it's better if I focus. In fact, hold on. Oh man, there was another disorientated dude there. Let me just burst. Is it worth bursting? There's only a couple there. Instead, take a sweet. You guys have got that. I'm gonna take this dancing woman. Okay, I am having some issues. Anders, you get a group heal down, friend. Looks like you were preparing to do just that since you were just in Panacea. Oh, fucking balls. You're stunned. Not much can be done about that, and there's enemies everywhere. Sebastian, how are you doing? Man, this is gonna be actually really tough. You'll get it stunned in a second. Ow, hell. Burst. That kinda did some damage, maybe. What poisons do I have? Have I not made myself any poisons? I guess I haven't made myself any poisons. And I forgot to enchant my equipment because I assumed I was going back home at the start of the last session. This is maybe more than I wanted to bite off this session, but hey ho, what are you gonna do, eh? Let's just get some stamina up and start taking to fuck. Oh hell, so Anders, that abomination is not down yet. Your heal is up, use it. Shit, he went flying. He just went oh, pulled by the Revenant. Oh hell, okay. Well done. And if you go down, we have a Mythos favor to get you up again, but please just take a health potion. It's just super quick. There you go. There's a good apostate. Okay, so what the hell is even going on? And maybe we should focus on minions. Aveline with your magnificent health bar. Get some stamina down you. I need you taking the threat a little bit. You're more geared to defense than I am. You can probably handle this better. Sebastian is doing a bursting arrow and I'm actually okay with that, but he's got a few guys around. Must be doing a lot of damage. Maybe get some health potion down you. I'm gonna remember to put some points into you quite soon. There's a really good chance for a fireball there, but you're in vengeance, so you can do it. Oh man. Oh, hang on. No. Do that instead. You can get a lot more people than just that around. Trouble is, it's hard to see. That gets everybody, right? I can't see if it gets... Is there anywhere I can point where it gets up there? Yes, but I think having some damage down on the Revenant is more valuable than that one. Oh, there's two up there. Okay, that's tipped the balance. Hopefully this is good watching for you guys. This very... You know, one's a Rage Demon. I'm about to use Fireball. What the hell was I thinking? Get it down on the Abomination on this guy. That negates his usefulness ever so fucking slightly. Alright, this is gonna dispel... Yes, so this is gonna be valuable. Ian, just make your way over this way just a little bit and then do that. Thank you very much. So what else the hell is going on? So maybe try and focus on minions just a little bit. Are you stunned? No, that's an Abomination. Where's that Rage Demon with low health? There we go. And Sebastian. Okay. Sebastian, can you use anything cool? A lance. I mean, there's potential for that. Yes, there is potential for that. Use a lance on Sir Face here. I think that did something. A few of them are at low health now. This is good. I don't think we can really stun like that. And pinning shots are sort of useless, except for disorientating people. Maybe not useless. I said I was going to try that. Is your thing recharged? Yes, it is. So, pick a healthy... Maybe this is a bad time to be experimenting, but what the hell ever. Just use that. There we go. Now he's disorientated, which actually did a ton of damage anyway. Valine is out of stamina and has a fucking recharge thing going on. Can you maybe use an elf fruit potion? Or a restoration potion? There you go. That'll do. Now, do that for all it's freaking worth. Yeah, I did the thing. Great. We have a couple guys around who are at low health. You've put yourself into Panacea, I see. Even though it's not cooled down yet? Okay, sure, whatever. Sebastian. Wounding arrow. Increased damage for a short time. That's maybe something to use later. Instead, get a bursting arrow. Get it in there. Ian, how are you getting on, fellow me lads? I think you could use one of those restoration potions as well. Once you're up, please. No, come on, Ian. I guess you just used it. Okay, fine. Burst again. Start taking down the small guys. Oh, we got a guy there again, and that's not recharged. Man. Okay, just focus a little bit. I'm just keeping an eye on health. One's down, excellent. Aveline back there. Looks like a bunch of people are going to start going for her. Anders is managing to avoid threat. I guess this is the advantage of having two tanks on the team. Head round, head round, head round, head round. Shit, I'm stunned. Alright, where's Anders? Mind Blast, again, I don't think of these guys as being particularly susceptible to stun. Is somebody disorientated over there? No. Probably couldn't use it anyway. Aveline. There's some stuff that could help, but not really. You're probably just better just defending. That Revenant's a real problem, but again, minions. She got knocked. Every time I take control of something, they get knocked. I feel like I could use one of these. Just get everybody back up, early and often, as they say. Zemenkek is now in a position where she's vulnerable. I think it's good for everybody to get on her, and it looks like people are more or less ahead of that game. Anywho, get Stamina Drought down you. Start doing some stuff. Like assaulting. Just done that. Okay, there's two guys nearby, so let's just do away with that. You're not a great one, are you? Aha, Aveline, has your assault recharged yet? It has. Shit, the Disorient went away. Surely your cooldown on that has not recharged yet. You'd only just started using that. Fine, whatever floats your boat. I don't know why I said it that way. That doesn't work. Never mind, worth a try. You can use that when you can. What's this? Oh, it's silence. Temporarily disabled just due to lack of stamina? I guess so. I should use that more. Let's get in a position of prime. I meant to sort out the hotbars, but I keep forgetting this game. You used to do it all the time in Dragon Age Origins. Oh, it's because you're stunned. Maybe you're doing okay for... No, you're not. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Just get a health post. In fact, whilst you're doing health posts, you might as well get some stamina down you as well. Ta-da! Right, who needs... You know what? I don't think anybody needs silence. Just burst. Come on, you're almost down. You're almost down. Right? Okay, yeah, she's Zemenkek, the Great. Maybe one of the first demons is down. Now it's just various flavors of minion. This Revenant's probably a good priority. Anders, you're a little bit close to the heat there. Ah, God, Revenants suck, Revenants suck, Revenants suck. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There you go, there you go. Okay, well done, well done. Everybody else is still alive, right? Yeah, they are. Okay. We're mopping up here. I think we're gonna win this. Revenant time. Everybody should attack the Revenant. Bring in the threat, Iain, will you? The lowliest of demons remains. Wow, what a fight. Man, some of the fights recently have been really, like, interesting and engaging. I kind of love it. Oh, wow. Bit of a blood magic thing on that. Maybe that's for Meryl, but... yeah, no, it's been, like... It's this fight and the fight with the Templars, with that tenacious Templar, the radical Templar, with the Kunari. You know what I'm talking about. That fight was excellent as well. It was really long, but... really like engaging, not like some of those really grindy fights that I was having with the people who are stalking the streets at night. These are actually interesting no matter how long they go on for. They're definitely sort of slogs to a certain extent, but still. Okay, so that's that. And are we done that now? I think so. It's just a side quest, but forbidden knowledge. Yep, well, we destroyed that. We're that of the world. And again, that was a very situation by situation basis for me, you know? It didn't necessarily need to go down that way, but... Well, it's more like, because the game doesn't really give you the opportunity to investigate much further. Weighing up the options and so on and so forth. I'm going to use blood magic unhesitantly when my mother is in danger. Huh. Yep, why not? But in this case, it was like I didn't know enough, so I just thought, this looks like a pretty major deal, and it's either read the tomb, which just seems stupid without knowing anything about it, or destroying it. Just erred on the side of destroying. Maybe it'll all balance out eventually. Hey.
Do you have a coin to spare, Messer? My children are starving.
Of course.
I hope this helps.
Thank you. Make a smile on you.
A silver. Just silver.
Here you've got a nice little setup in Hightown. Sounds pretty sweet.
I do okay. I didn't expect to just find like a random NPC around. Just talking, no quests, just a tiny bit of kindness.
Turn up your purses, Kurtwall. The leases of Javaris Tin Top are up for grabs.
Gesundheit.